U.S. futures market update based on volatility, based on stimulus, based on the time of year we're at. This is the NASDAQ 100. When the stimulus announcement came out, you can see we had sold down. They popped it up on the hourly chart and we sold down and then we popped it here. Now, this is the hourly bar right here. Is this the time of year for profit taking? It's been a big up year for 2020. Overall, net for the rich people. Do they start selling stocks? Especially when they're up here at the highs. Not only that, are they smart enough to know that the U.S. exchanges and everything is used with algos that are machine driven, not by humans, no, by machines. The cause and effect was to sell down. The cause is coronavirus, a new contagion of it. That's what the headlines were in the UK and a few other countries, believe me. You can catch it 70 times faster. Those were the headlines, but that wasn't why U.S. futures markets really tanked. The real reason is because they're overvalued, and they are. However, when you have a algo in the futures, you can see how algorithms work. Whether it's in equities, it's the futures market, everyone, that controls stock prices. So, if their algorithms are going up that way, stock prices go up. No one has to buy or sell them. That's how the gap open up or down. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Dow futures when that announcement hit. Oh, wow. How do you like that? Initial announcement. Everyone anticipated that bill to pass. Is it too little, too late? I bet so. Watch this, because how's that money really going to circulate into the economy? Does it give the rich a reason to sell now that all this is out of the way? Does that volatility start? Yeah, it started this morning when these Dow futures were down 660 points, and they were. Why? Because they were overbought markets. And volatility starts that way. It always starts in the futures market. So this is the Dow futures right now. They're negative 51. They're even more negative over here. And it's all based on the stimulus package, and that's on the Dow futures right now. Let's take a look at the S&P 500. Oh, okay, initial reaction, sell it. They pop it with an algorithm in the futures, and the S&P E-mini futures is what controls stocks in the S&P 500. And they do. When they go up, then those prices automatically go up. So, understanding the futures market and the mechanics of the market puts you ahead of everyone else. As you can see, is this the time of year now where this news is the greatest reason? And what is a good reason? It's Christmas time coming. All cases, we get selling. It's coming. Believe me. After I seen that volatility today in the cash futures market, same futures. Oh yeah, really big. Here's part of that volatility right over here. Look at that top. You want to see big volatility? Look at that. Okay? And then bam, up you went, and you did. And then once we did that, look at here, straight down. This is what we call volatility. And it's volatility that is well understood. What is going to be the end result in the equity market that is totally overvalued? And stocks are totally overvalued. Makes no sense to a lot of people, believe me. I talk to a lot of people, old timers especially. They say it's crazy. Can't make sense of it. Well, you can't. algos don't have any sense. They're machine driven systems in the futures market, in all futures market, that control the prices and whatever exchanges they're trading in. And this is the cause and effect right now in the E-mini based on selling it down when the news hit, okay? Then they come up, and these are hourly bars, and the time is 10:25 p.m. Eastern Time, right at the moment. So we'll be monitoring carefully. We'll be monitoring overbought stocks, but the most important one is going to be this NASDAQ 100, where technology stocks are overbought, and they are. And we can see the volatility wick right here at the shoulder, right across here, and this is nothing. And the thing about it is that the leadership stocks in that NASDAQ 100 are more than super overbought, and they are. And we should see some selling from the gaps in price volatility returns throughout the holidays. Why? Volatility can happen on light volume, and they can just drift lower. Why? Because they would have sell programs that are automated. This is what happens every December, okay? And this one is quite different, believe me. And there are quant systems that they have, which I refer to as algos only, really, is what they're doing with that futures market in the NASDAQ 100. This is our update at this time. This is the volatility. We have a clear shot of it. We'll upload it. Then we'll go ahead and we're going to rely on what price action resistance will turn out to be, and buy the rumor, sell the news. Going into the new year, well, we got positions that go out in January. I know they pay, and they will. Can people handle the volatility or not is another question. We'll find that one out. Once again, we just want to say that this is an hourly chart based on news and the volatility that the futures market have, and how futures market control what morning will look like on the opening bell, and what kind of price action tomorrow that we're going to have in the equity side. And we'll find out mathematically. We're ready to have a change, and we are. And it started today in the futures, and they were down bigger than big. Oh man, they were down big, bigger than a sledgehammer, and they were. And you can see some of the drops that they had from here to there. Bam! That was a sledgehammer. And now you're right. Now that is what it was like this morning on this calendar date. Right now, like I said, it's 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and this is the knee-jerk reaction and how equity prices will follow hereafter. So it's very important to know that bull markets do have the other side of volatility, that, hey, normally stocks make these highs, and we all know what happens. They come down, and they do. And it's been a machine-driven event, and it has. And everybody needs to understand how the futures market work based on price action and the headlines. That is our update at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time in the cash futures market, E-mini, the Dow, and the S&P 500.